Hi, my name is Thomas Wang, and today I'm just here to talk about civics class and like what I think about civics in general. And I can't even say I confidently know the definition of civics, which is why I searched it up, and it said something about like the privilege of citizens, which I guess makes sense. But overall, I personally don't even care about civics. And as a kid, I guess I could identify as a kid. I'm gonna call myself a kid. I think civics is a pretty boring class, and I see a lot of adults that are usually like into politics. I'm just gonna mix up the word civics and politics, but I see adults more into that type of stuff, like presidential. I don't know, just following the elections, following the media, whatever the news is nowadays. But personally, I am very bored by civics. I don't know if it's because I'm young or what, but to be honest, civics boring. All politics, in my opinion, boring. But in the end, civics class is probably the worst, and it might be because I have a test soon. But overall, I think civics class is even more boring. And naturally, I think teaching civics is just one of the more boring things you can do. You're just like telling someone how like the government works and like all that other stuff like history. It used to be history, I guess. That was okay. That was more like a story almost, but now it's just teaching you blatant facts on how like government works and like different effects or just I don't know how to explain it. Just the way government works, and that just seems boring. And I think the civics teachers, I think they know this because like I see they try to make it interesting, and I think the best way to make civics at least like bare minimum interesting is like apply it, like make an example of how it's used, like when you're teaching like election or something voters like our teacher did some example where they had the class like do their own voting thing and like represent it. But overall, I think civics is a pretty boring class in general. I have a friend who says like it's boring but it's easy. I think they say it's boring just so they don't get bullied, but I think they actually like the class. I don't know how. They had like in 100 in the class. It's actually crazy, but as a kid, as like child, I can't say I care. Maybe it's like an adult thing, but right now the world, the government works how it works. I can't. I'm not the type of person to care about that. And overall, I just think civics, the politics, whole like thing, it's pretty boring. But maybe my opinion will change as I grow.